Hello, my name is Alejandra Chapa. I will be defending the Diaphorema citri, or the Asian Citrus Psyllid.
Howdy, my name is Alejandro Garcia and I will be defending the Asian Longhorn Beetle.
So the opening statement, to give the audience a general idea of what the Asian Citrus Psyllid is like. It is a small insect about 3 to 4 millimeters long and has a brown body with a whitish, waxy film over it. This film gives the Asian Citrus Psyllid a dusty appearance. Its wings are mottled brown and are held over its body. Throughout its life, it goes through 3 main stages, though there are 7 stages in total: the egg stage, the 5 nymph stages, and its adult stage. The eggs go virtually unnoticed without a magnifying glass because they tend to be no larger than 0.3 millimeters long and go from a pale white to orange. Nymphs are an almost clear yellow in their first instar and change throughout their nymph stages to a clear orange color. Their eyes are red and they strongly resemble aphids but can be distinguished by the white tubules hanging from their body, and adults are recognized by the way that they hold their rings while feeding. The Asian Citrus Psyllid are typically found in groups and tend to go unnoticed until damage is seen in citrus plants. Though the Asian Citrus Psyllid is quite small, they are known for the devastation they cause to citrus plants around the world. This is because they are one of the best carriers of the Huanglongbing, or citrus greening disease, and one of 2 of the known carriers. This disease impacts the quality of citrus crops because it causes plants to stop maturing or to mature poorly. It also makes the citrus more bitter and unsellable, making citrus producers lose profit. In fact, since the accidental arrival of the disease to Florida, one of the United States' most important citrus producers, it is estimated that the citrus industry in Florida alone has lost over $7.8 billion. Though it was originally only present in Asia, it has now spread to the Middle East, South and Central America, and the United States, making the impact of its citrus devastation known worldwide. The extent of its devastation is the reason why it is more likely to be destructive.
And for my opening statement for the Asian Longhorn Beetle, the Asian Longhorn Beetle is long with long black antennas almost doubling its size, hence where it gets its name from. The beetle ranges from 0.75 to 1.25 inches long. More interestingly though, this insect is notoriously known for its ability to infest and kill trees, primarily elk, maple, and elm. This bug renders significant damage to the woodcutting industry, with costs projected in the several millions. It has only been recently that this insect has been getting eradicated across the US because of its difficulty to target and eliminate. The life cycle of this insect starts when the female creates a hole in a tree to lay her larva. The female beetle will lay her eggs in various sites, with a single beetle laying up to 100 eggs. The larvae go through 5 stages of instar. This is a period where they are still larvae and can grow up to 5 centimeters in length. After this stage, they burrow themselves in the dark bark on the outermost layer to enter pupation, another way of saying what caterpillars do to turn into butterflies. They remain in this period for a month, then emerge as adult beetles. The species feeds on the phloem and xylem below the bark, causing severe damage to the host tree. This disrupts sap flow and makes it difficult for the tree to provide itself nutrients. The Asian Longhorn Beetle quickly acts to reproduce. The beetle originated from the forests of China and Korea, and this species wreaked havoc on forests in western China. After entering the United States in Brooklyn accidentally, it has left irreparable damages on the northeast side of the United States. To demonstrate how serious of a threat this species is, consider the state of Connecticut. The state's trees are an integral part of the landscape. The risk of losing trees due to this insect can cause tremendous damage to the economy, infrastructure, and landscape. According to an article by the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection, one major cost on the economy to Connecticut is the reduction of tourism during the fall season. This is because it is the second biggest time for tourism in the state. Trees such as maple contribute to the rich orange color during the fall time. Incidentally, this is also one of the Asian Longhorn Beetle's favorite sources of food. This is just one example exemplifying why my species is a more effective invasive species.
Okay, so my first rebuttal is the size of the Asian Citrus Psyllid is one of the main reasons that it is capable of flourishing and spreading. Its eggs are undetectable to humans for the most part, and the adult, though larger than the egg, is still relatively small for an insect. meaning it would be successful in a battle, quote unquote, by using a more evasive tactic. Nymphs, when startled, are known to move quite slowly as to avoid further detection, and fully grown adults are known to leap when startled, which would be useful to avoid a predator once it is detected. They are also able to fly to avoid predators and to search for new sources of food. They would also be able to fit in crevices that the larger beetle would be unable to reach. This insect was able to successfully spread to many different countries on the same continent where the threat of these insects was known. Besides that, it was also able to successfully stow away and survive on a journey across the Atlantic Ocean, and went undetected by the most intelligent species on Earth, which is why it would clearly be able to successfully evade a much less intelligent beetle.
And for my rebuttal, the Asian longhorn beetle has thrived off of trees across the world. Its ability to utilize trees as its source of food and shelter allows it to survive better than other insects. The bug was first discovered on several hardwood trees in Brooklyn, New York. The cost of this bug has been exponential. The USDA estimated the impact this bug has on the economy for several cities across the US and determined the cost per city was approximately $72 million to $32.3 billion. This bug has resulted in numerous regulations and government action taken in order to curtail its devastation on trees. Another feature this insect possesses is it can begin mating immediately after it emerges from its host tree. That is, once it finishes its pupation stage. The decreased time for this species to mate means better rates of survivability. A disadvantage I see with my opponent's bug is that they target citrus trees, limiting their scope of what they can thrive off of, whereas my insect can use a variety of trees as its food. Another disadvantage is the Asian Citrus Psyllid cannot thrive at elevations that are too high. In an article by the Washington Post, the bug did not exist at elevations above 600 feet in a study conducted by the USDA of citrus trees in Florida. It's for this reasons that my bug is a better invasive species.
My rebuttal for that is, though it may seem like the Asian Citrus Psyllid is less likely to survive than the Asian Longhorn Beetle based on diet, this is clearly not the case. When looking into the diet of the Asian Citrus Psyllid, though it only feeds on plants from the Rutaceae family, these plants included in that family are found in 5 different continents: Australia, North America, South America, Asia, and Africa. The Asian Citrus Psyllid is already present in 4 of the 5 continents, meaning that even though the diet seems like it is small and selective, in reality the Asian Citrus Psyllid has a great many options to choose from, and many different plants it can potentially spread to. It is mostly only recognized for consuming citrus plants because the industry for those plants is a billion-dollar industry. The way that the Asian Citrus Psyllid feeds and ultimately spreads the Huanglongbing disease is by inserting its mouthparts into some plant matters, typically leaves. When this occurs, the Asian Citrus Psyllid also injects some toxins into the leaves, causing them to die. They also manage to spread the HLB disease through this manner, which once again causes the fruit to become deformed. Its method of feeding and possible plant options proves that this insect is capable of surviving in different environments on different plants, just like, and if not more efficiently than the Asian Longhorn Beetle.
And my response to that is, while the Asian Citrus Psyllid does exist across several continents, it seems only to source from one type of plant, citrus trees. In addition, this bug is being suppressed already by insecticides. In addition, there are also parasitic creatures that are being released in order to contain this bug and have a natural predator to prevent the spread. I do recognize that this bug can be a vector for disease, unlike the Asian Longhorn Beetle, making it more deadly, but consider the consequences the Asian Longhorn Beetle has on trees. It kills the tree while also using it as a home and food. This makes it more effective at being a destructive species compared to the Asian Citrus Psyllid. A disease takes a while to kill a tree, and the long-term consequence is that the bug is simply killing off its food source in the long run, while the Asian Longhorn Beetle uses its food more effectively.
For my closing statement, As we have seen throughout this debate, the Asian Citrus Psyllid is quite capable of surviving off of many different types of plants from the Rubiaceae family present on most continents. It is also capable of evading detection due to its small size and helpful evasive tactics. This size does not hinder them though when pursuing food and growth. This insect on its own, as a carrier for the Huanglong wing disease, has devastated the citrus industry in the United States. This cannot be overlooked, especially when taking into account the speed and the extent of the devastation. The citrus industry is a billion-dollar industry in the United States, and over the past few years, from when the disease and presence of the Asian Citrus Psyllid was confirmed, the industry has lost billions of dollars in revenue and contributed to the loss of thousands of jobs in the industry. It is important and pertinent to also take into account that this is in the United States alone, not taking into account the industry worldwide. This clearly shows that the devastation this small insect can cause is way more extensive than that of my opponent's insect, the Asian Longhorn Beetle.
And for my closing statement, the Asian Longhorn Beetle can be described as an all-around killer invasive species. The economic impact this bug has devastated on economies across the world is unique, and its mating ability allows it to outperform other creatures. The creature can use wood as a source of food and its home. The fact this bug reaps so much devastation on forests across the world demonstrates just how invasive this species can be. In addition, the females are capable of laying multiple eggs. This means a better rate of survivability for the species. It has nearly been a 2-decade battle for the United States to finally manage to reduce the bug dramatically. My opponent's species simply isn't on par with mine when you consider the unique characteristics about my bug that make it so difficult to deal with.
I'll just cut out the buttons.